I'm here.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Uh,
I'm also here.
yep.
And I'm also here.
Yep. I'm sitting on the floor because I wanted to sit on the floor. Today we're gonna look at Haedox's Skylanders review. Oh,
I know Haedox. He's that guy who made the Skylanders review.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Also, just a little disclaimer. I don't think anyone here actually hates Haedox. So
Yeah,
whatever we say here, if we make fun of him, take it lightly and take it as a joke, because I know I'm taking it as a joke.
okay.
We've already seen it.
So the
This isn't a
reason, the
blind reaction.
reason, the reason I'm doing this video, the reason I wanted to do this video specifically, first of all, these two were only supposed to be in this video about 20 minutes ago, because that was like the
Yeah.
first time that they were like, "You want to be?" He wanted me to record it, and so I was like, "You want to be in it?" And I was like, and he was like, blah, 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 "I can't speak." Anyways,
I didn't even want you to record it. I just made a joke that you were always saying.
yeah,
I need to record this video, and then you never would.
yeah. But the reason I wanted to record it is because some people in the community were all like, "Oh, his review, it's so shit." And by the way, I'm gonna say words because he can say words. I don't normally say words, but I'm gonna say words, or at least on the
Oh,
channel. I don't
you
normally say
normally say what? Now you normally say
yeah,
what.
but not on the channel as much.
Yeah, but the thing is, on the channel, you usually have us there. So
Yeah, but
you'll usually also end up saying it.
yeah. Why am I so like falling apart with my life? But I've seen like people in the community being like, "Oh, his review, it's so shit, and it doesn't make any sense, and all the points are dumb and stupid." And I was like, I don't remember any nearly any of his points being bad. There was like one specific point that we'll get to that I remember I didn't agree with, but like everything else I was completely fine with. And so I wanted to make this video to like make an actual honest review of a review,
Yeah.
and they're also here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna pause
Also,
the
my
video
name
off.
is Make 3.0 Shine.
Yeah,
Probably say that.
yeah, you would. I'm gonna pause a lot so I can like go into depth with my points. If I can speak for
Yeah, that's
more than
fine.
30 seconds without fumbling over my words.
Personally, I like when reaction. I know there are a lot of people who are like, "Stop pausing the video. I want to watch the video."
mhm,
But if that's the case, first off, just go watch the actual video,
yeah.
because this is a reaction video, and people are gonna pause to give their reaction.
Also, you two can't see this, but my face is in this video. Hi. Oh,
Hey.
yeah, one more thing. Before people are all like, "Oh, he likes Skylanders and only Skylanders," I have my Switch games here, and that's Spyro, and I played it, and I liked it. So, your opinion on that matter is now invalidated.
I played Spyro and I liked it. I got it on the day it was released. So
Mhm.
I don't know if Q3 has Spyro.
I don't.
Oof.
Uh,
Oh, cute free.
you dirty Skylanders fan.
No! Alright, are we ready to start the video?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, I know I talk a lot about why I despise Skylanders as a business model and series, but because of recent events, I think it's finally time to make a cohesive video about where my
Hello,
hatred
Flipwreck.
comes from. What recent events, you ask? Why, the most egregious of them all.
Improved version of Chuck.
On June
No,
1st,
you're not.
2016,
You're not putting that
Activision
in.
announced Skylanders Imaginators, which is going to be the 6th entry in the series in the span of about 6 years. That's a Skylanders game every single year. Now that in and of itself is
I
a problem.
wish. Not
Annual
anymore, though.
releases of the same series is something that tends to bother me because when that happens, most of the time, the developers start taking shortcuts. They
Yeah.
start reusing assets, engines, and
I
so
can
on,
sort of see
making
that. Yeah,
a
I can see
mockery
that.
of what came before
I
it.
can
A lot
see
of the
that.
time,
I haven't
annual
really seen
releases-
that in Skylanders. Though.
Yeah, it's less glitches, more just like game quality as a game in general.
Yeah. Like,
Even though Superchargers is my favorite game, Imaginators.
they were doing well with annual release, and then they dropped the Imaginators, and it was like,
Yep.
they've done better on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like Call of Duty, for example, are half-assed and made to just capitalize on the success of its predecessors.
I've never played a Call of Duty
The common business
game.
model seems to be to keep the hype train rolling so you can rake in as much cash as you can before this figurative well dries up. This is precisely what Activision has been doing with Skylanders.
Trains don't do that.
They want the series to remain in the limelight.
But
They need new toys to keep pumping out so kids, collectors, and parents keep buying them and buying them.
What?
For someone who's invested
I don't
in
even know what trains
Skylanders as a
actually
game
do.
series, I imagine they would see this as sort of scummy and insulting. I know
like
if
the
I
chugga
kept up
chugga.
with the series only to see its
chugga
creators
chugga, yeah.
pumping out sequel after
Choo-choo, actually,
sequel every
choo-choo.
year, it'd get pretty tiring.
Whoa.
Even though I'm not a fan of the series, this still bugs me. This sort
It
of
does start
greedy
playing the bullet
behavior
hell.
rooted in Skylanders is like a tumor in the gaming industry. It paves the way for other developers to follow in Skylanders' footsteps and lose any emotional attachment to their product by creating a hollow shell for the sake of making money and
Hold up.
Or,
Okay, what I've gathered from what he just said is that he's saying Skylanders was the one who started doing the whole yearly release thing.
that's not true. Not even close.
Wow.
Okay.
Also, what game is he showing on screen?
This is one of the Assassin's Creeds.
Damn, it sucks.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed is like the pinnacle of what he's talking about, where like yearly release is just like, fuck the game over.
I can tell.
There's like a glitch in one of them where like people's face models won't just show up, so it's just like a mouth and eyes.
What?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Jesus.
Alright.
and money alone. That even brings into question the whole gimmick of Skylanders that bothers me. It's the entire toys to life concept. Before you use the argument that I'm a large proprietor of Amiibo and thus my argument for disliking Skylanders toys is invalid, you should know that I stopped collecting them some time ago. I only really invested in Amiibo because Nintendo successfully tugged at my nostalgia for their classic characters. There were times I purchased Amiibo for their in-game effects, but those cases were few and far between. As much as I like them, I'll admit they add nothing substantial to one's gaming experience. Skylanders toys are about as pointless as Amiibo, but even more worthless. I, for one, could not care about any of these characters.
Yeah, that confuses me, because he's like, these things do nothing in game, and these things are literally the point of the game, and yet they are worthless even more. That
you play as them.
Yeah.
They are fun.
Exactly.
also,
And yet
at this point,
Amiibos are somehow more. I know Amiibos work in more games and stuff and that, but like technically Skylanders work in 6 games. Well, at least those ones for Spyros Adventure do.
yeah. I mean, if you count like the mobile games that also used them, kind of,
Yeah.
and
Skylanders Universe.
the 3DS games, which are their own things, and all that, it adds up to a bit.
Yeah. Are you gonna say anything?
The point he's making right now, I sort of get this. Like, he's talking about, he's like, oh, describe the personalities and stuff of all these, like, any of these characters on the screen.
They don't really have personalities, I agree with that.
Okay, like, I sort of get that sort of thing, but what he's saying confuses me because, like, if you weren't into a franchise, yeah, you're not going to know many of the characters.
Yeah.
Like, put on 8 Pokemon that people don't talk about that much and have some random person name them. You think they're going to? No.
No.
And it's the same thing with Skylanders, which, like, I would know. I know who all of these are.
Like, before I could only name, like, Pikachu and Charizard.
Yeah.
They're, like, the most iconic. And that's what a lot of people can do.
Yeah. And then, what he's saying with the no personality thing, I agree with, but, why can't I speak? I almost enjoy that they have very little personality. Because as you know, Make, I like building my own lore. And when nothing has any personality, I have a lot of lore I get to build.
Yeah, but lore and personality is different.
It's like part of lore's personalities because it like favors into it. I like making personalities too, if that's the specifics.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a weird face motion that I just did. Okay.
They also have backstories.
Yeah,
backstory is like the only thing that gives personality.
Yeah, like backstories and some voice lines.
That is arrogant. That's like what all we know about him.
Yeah.
How does personality is.
Be on screen now. I don't think I can even recognize a single creature. Look at any box art for Skylanders and you'll know what I'm talking about. What's even the purpose of collecting these
you are a fan of the game.
Almost nothing.
Yeah.
You can't recognize a Yeti or a troll or a tree.
But riddle me this, contrarian, what is a unique characteristic of a Skylander called Slam Bam? Better yet, what does the Skylander Warnado look like? Please, if you're going to make
character
the
you
argument
just
that
showed
Skylanders
it's like
are
the
distinct
dragon.
and special, be able to at
He
least recognize.
Okay, can I point out? Why am I still on this? Stop. Okay, can I point out just something real quick?
Skylander Warnado.
Okay, first of all, he literally shows Warnado's silhouette. Second of all, if I go back a little bit,
he showed it.
There's Warnado right there.
Hey, Warnado.
You suck.
Look like. Please, if you're going to make the argument that all these Skylanders are distinct and special, be able to at least recognize them all.
It bothers
See,
me
the
when
Skylanders
Spyro
lack charm and just husks of lost
Yeah,
potential.
I don't
If
understand
there were a
that.
few Skylanders
Like,
with
the whole
actual
thing about, if you like Skylanders, why don't you just recognize them all? It's like, I like Pokemon, but I don't recognize them all because that's not an easy thing.
Well, first off, I'm pretty sure I can name them all.
I can name every Skylander. I'm not saying I can't. But like, it's unfair to say you can't be a fan of something if you don't know everything about it.
Yeah,
there's a difference between a fan and an expert.
It's like the like joke meme. Is it a meme? I don't know if it's a meme. Why am I saying meme so weirdly? The joke that's like, oh, so you're a vegan? Name every plant.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's like that sort of thing, and I find it funny that that's being used completely unironically.
Name every Slender Man truck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Alright.
You like video games? Name every single video game
ever
made.
I wouldn't be here saying that every Skylander
You like phones? Name every app.
Furthermore, the fact that
Look at
Activision
Skylanders.
keeps birthing these abominations
You like
only
YouTube?
makes the
Name
Skylanders
name every
characters more
YouTube video
unimaginative and lifeless. Additionally, just to play a Skylanders game requires you to have some
This
of
is
these
lagging.
toys, which are then magically morphed into the game
You
world.
get them.
This means you have to keep these worthless
that's the
pieces
gimmick
of trash
of the
around,
game.
and it even incentivizes you to buy more figures that unlock more and cool Skylanders content. Spoiler alert, these figures add almost nothing to the games. Just
I can
the ability
underst-
to
like,
play
I
as
sort of
different
get
flight
that.
characters that ultimately don't change anything about the gameplay.
Yeah.
That begs
That
the
I-
question
that I
as to
get.
why
That I
Activision
understand.
even created
But
this
each
toys
character
to
has
life
their own
genre in the
gameplay
first
style.
place if the toys do almost
Yeah.
nothing worthwhile
There
to
are
modify
some
the
that are
content of the
very,
game.
very
It just
similar.
seems like another way to trick kids and collectors into buying more of their Skylanders junk. I guess I can see the appeal for those who enjoy collecting them just for the sake of collecting them, but personally, it's a very greedy business practice and one that makes me hate Skylanders as a whole. As for the kids that
I
are
can
drawn
somewhat
into
get
buying
that.
them,
I can
they're
get that.
definitely getting screwed over.
I
Not only do I
understand.
hate the concept of Skylanders, I also don't enjoy the recent games. For this video, I put myself through the torture of playing all 5 Skylanders installments for at least 3 hours to get it.
Okay. Okay. Listen. This is the part. This is the part. This is the part that everybody, including me, disagrees with. Because to finish a single one of those games in 3 hours, like...
You have to, like, speedrun it.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, I am, you know, the person who did the Skyfecta, which is speedrunning all 6 games in one sitting, for those of you who don't know. The speedrun of the first game took 3 hours, and that was the fastest of the 6.
You just can't complete one. So you'll tell me you can't even... You can only complete, like, the fast game in 3 hours.
Yeah. It might have been because I was, like, fatigued from doing the other ones. I don't know. Maybe I was going slower. But you still, like, get my point.
Also, maybe it's because you were on normal mode instead of easy, but...
Yeah, that's partially your fault.
No, that's totally my fault.
Alright.
100% my fault.
Yeah. Alright. But yeah, I just think you should have completed the game. Like, I get it's a, like, control...
You don't need to, like, 100% complete it. Don't 100%.
100%ing, don't. Like, if you
Just
don't want to
complete,
play
like,
the game,
the
then don't.
game.
But at least,
Just
like,
the
beat the
game.
game. Yeah.
If you're gonna give a fair review, you should at least, like, complete the game.
Yeah.
Complete the main story.
Because I still don't know if he's done a single Chaos boss. I don't know. Keep looking over here as if there's something over here. There's nothing over here.
Chaos.
Taste of each game. Apart from that, I've never truly finished a Skylanders game or played one for more than an hour, aside from Spyros Adventure, of course.
Spyros Adventure.
Spyros Adventure is a game that I abhor, based on its principle and its effect on the Spyro series. Removing that bias, Spyros Adventure is actually not that terrible. I would even dare to say it's okay. The game's nothing special, and it's not revolutionary, and it doesn't do too much to stand out from the abundance of collectathons I've played in my life. Like, I don't know, Spyro 1, 2, and 3, and so on. Nevertheless, I would be lying if I said I didn't get any enjoyment out of it. Then there's Skylanders Giants, which is about as stale as expired crackers and the Pokemon franchise. I kid. But I'm not kidding when I say Giants is pretty boring and not fun. Gameplay is mundane, the plot isn't compelling at all, and nothing got me engaged in actually playing it. Unlike Spyro's Adventure, there was no drive to keep playing other than the fact that I had to. Giants is simply not enjoyable, and I guess I should have seen it as a bad omen for things to come because
Spyro's Adventure at least had this and Giants didn't. He just said, Spyro's Adventure could engage me a bit more, but Giants couldn't, and we're like, why?
It's shorter than I remember it being.
Yeah, I know. I thought this was going to be like 30 minutes. It's 9 minutes long.
Yeah.
Alright, swap force.
Yeah.
Is actually much better. See, I just pranked you all. I'm sure you all expected me to hate Swap Force, but this is actually the best one purely because the figures did something new. This time, you could switch out body parts and create custom creatures along with different abilities to optimize your Skylander. Sure, the rest of the game is kind of the same as before, but at least it tried something different. At least the characters are somewhat distinct. Trap Team, on the other hand, is very dull, lacking any sort of originality. This is about where the fatigue of Skylanders began to settle in. My body began to physically reject any more Skylanders than I already had ingested.
Okay. Can I just say how much he's over-dramatizing this?
Yeah, he's like, oh,
I know he's not.
My
No, he's
body
not
couldn't
taking this
take-
seriously because like he doesn't take his stuff seriously, and I'm not. That's not trying to be a bash. Like that's a good thing, just having a little fun with stuff. But like,
Yeah.
that is so over dramatized, and it's hilarious. Dramatized.
Oh, my body couldn't ingest any more Skylanders. One of you should stop eating Skylanders. That would probably help you not feel fatigued.
Yeah, why are you eating them, dude?
Yeah.
The traps are not.
Listen to
candy.
this next part. I want you to listen to this next part.
Okay.
Because I heavily disagree with what he's
It
about
was too
to
much
say.
for one person to handle, so I had to stop around the
fair.
2-hour mark because of how monotonous it was.
Yeah, I do
Traps
disagree
don't
with
even
that.
add much of anything to the gameplay, so I don't
Okay.
even know why active.
I do agree that traps don't add much.
What? Traps had so much. They had like different quests for you to do.
Yeah, but
Bad
when in normal gameplay do you just be like, I'm gonna use a trap?
When you want to play as a villain and your Skylander is getting low on health, and you can switch out to a villain to help for them to take some hits and
Switch out
damage
to a
enemies.
different Skylander.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, aren't traps cheaper anyway? Plus, traps can
Depends on the
handle
trap.
more. Well, yeah, obviously, it depends on the trap. You're not gonna get a yawn trap cheaper than a stealth op.
I think Trap Team had the best style out of all the games.
Yeah, I like trap teams. I like trap teams. It was like cartoony enough, but it wasn't realistic. But it wasn't. But it was cartoony enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golf course just felt a bit too realistic for me. A bit.
It was on the other
Yeah.
side for me. It felt like cartoony, really, for me. Because it felt like the most, like, out there. And then, like, Spyros Adventure and Giants felt like it was more realistic than the other games have been.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like, I
Yeah.
don't know. There's something different about trap team compared to swap force, but I can't place my finger on it.
Yeah, I think Trap Team, while it's not my favorite, it's one of my, like, lower down on my enjoyment of the Skylanders games. Like, it's literally my second least favorite, but partially just because I haven't played it that much. It did do really good on the style of, like, the game.
You need to let me help you 100% a trap team whenever you feel like it.
Yep. Alright.
Division decided it.
I completely forgot to say this. The fact that he, like, I praised him on, like, cool, having a control, I don't agree with the control, but that's good. That's a control. He broke the control.
Oh, what? Do you mean like the 3 hours thing?
Yeah, he said he stopped around the 2-hour mark.
Did.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point he's trying to, like, not be fair with the game. You get me?
Like, he was not fair with trap team.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like, he also didn't finish it like any of the other games, but
Yeah.
still.
It should exist.
Whoa.
It's almost like they were running out of
Oh.
ideas, which is evident in Skylanders Superchargers. Taking inspiration, or as I like to call it, copying, from Mario Kart, Garfield.
I wonder why Donkey Kong and Bowser are in the game when it's very heavily influenced by Mario Kart.
This is like the most wrong point he made in this video, in my opinion. Where he's like, copying is like, oh, Mario Kart does not have platforming and fighting enemies and
And a story.
glitching out. Yeah, and a story. So it's like, also, there's an entire. It's not copying. Racing's just a genre.
Yeah.
And also, Mario Kart's vehicles don't have unique moves, but yeah.
Yeah.
Kart and Sega All-Stars Racing, Superchargers is not your traditional generic platformer, but rather it's a kart racer infused with gimmicky platforming sections. This one's not too thrilling, so I kinda just powered through my 3 hours, which
Bro,
was a slog, mind you.
Superchargers
All in all, every Skylanders
is my favorite
game
of the
seemed
5.
to mesh together, creating
Yeah.
one glob.
Like, Superchargers, I doubt he's going to say any more on this, because, like, I thought he went into more in-depth with this stuff. But
No.
Superchargers, I thought, was a really good game, and for what they did with the vehicles, like, the controls were handled well. It was just the problem that it was shoehorned in too much, and there was, like, way more vehicle than there needed to be.
I think my problem was like they could have done vehicle, but we didn't need to have like almost every single boss battle in a car.
Yeah.
Like when you put the final boss battle, the goddamn darkness itself, and make it not even just a car boss battle, a stupid car boss battle. At that,
Yeah.
where he just stands in the way of your car and says no. Like, then you know that you've put too much vehicle in.
Oh, by the way, Haedox, spoilers for Superchargers, because I know you didn't know that happened.
Yeah, he wouldn't care. If he cared, he would have played through the whole thing.
Yeah. Alright.
Of mediocre, unchallenging, boring platformers that exploit the toys to life concept. I couldn't find much enjoyment out of the series, and it wasn't just due to the fact that I
technically it
hate the
didn't make
toys,
it.
what they did to Spyro,
Yeah,
the
but it, like,
old
made it more
release, the
popular,
declining
but
quality of
it
games,
popularized it,
greed,
it didn't
and
make
so on.
it.
My hatred of the franchise is a culmination of all these aspects, but mainly it's because of what the series has become. A dead horse for a selfish corporation to beat money out of until it decomposes. And that's sort of funny considering that Activision has said that Skylanders has not met their expectations in terms of sales for the last 2 games. So maybe soon we'll see an end to Skylanders. Maybe then Spyro will be released from his shackles and the toy-to-life business model will rightfully disappear. One can dream, friends. One can
Well,
dream.
he kind of got
But
his
as
wish.
always,
Yeah.
At
if
least
you
for now.
disagree or agree with
Yeah.
me, let me know in the comment section below.
But if you're looking at the
Thank
lead-
you so much for watching, and take care. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.
Nice music.
Yeah, it's music. Cool. Wait, can I click on his head? I think they took off the hook things out, and I can't click on his head anymore. So, how was that?
Interesting. Obviously I've seen it before, so I don't really know what to say on it now.
I've seen it, but I forgot a lot of the points in it.
He made some good points. He also made some dumb points.
Yeah.
He didn't go in depth with like Crap Team or Superchargers.
Yeah. I don't think he just went in depth in general. Like, he said he said some stuff about Swap Force being okay because the gimmick was different. And that was, like, the most in-depth he went. And that annoyed me as well.
Yeah.
As well as like I said, the control being 3 hours
The
rather
whole
than
trap
just
thing annoys
beating
me,
the game.
but the whole trap thing annoyed me, but clearly I guess I'm just in the minority here, which thinks traps were actually a cool gimmick.
I thought they were, like, cool when they first got announced, but then I, like, got them, and I was like, they just didn't add anything for me, when I could literally just play the whole game through with, like, some random Skylander and be fine with it.
The thing with that is that, like, sure, the traps aren't an important gimmick, but I just think it's just a cool gimmick to be able to. Maybe it's because, like, Haedox hasn't played all the Skylanders games from start to finish, so, like, he wouldn't be like, oh, cool, Chompy made, or, oh, cool, I can trap a Chompy, or, you know, stuff like that. He would just be like, whatever, just trap it, I guess.
I mean, he also
Like for me, it's just cool to play as the Chompy Mage, even though you got to do that later.
can't trap a Chompy because he doesn't have the adventure pack, probably.
Probably not. No. You can trap a Burn Chompy.
He can. But anyway, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, please. I don't really care, but still leave a like. And if you
And
didn't enjoy
subscribe.
this, or if you're Haedox, say hi in the comments.
And still leave a like.
If anyone who watches Haedox and also dislikes Skylanders watches this video and says hi in the comments, I will also rewatch his Imaginators review and do a video on that one.
Yeah, I'll do. I will be down to do that as well. I was gonna ask if you want to just do that now.
Yeah.
We'll do that separately because views.
Views.
Money.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video.
Subscribe to Skybricks Gaming 83. Subscribe to Make 3.0 Shine.
Oh, he cut out.
Subscribe to Lockfan Lol.
Yep. Subscribe to Wobbly Gang.
Oh yeah, right, Wobbly Gang as well.
Yeah.
And in fact, subscribe twice to Wobbly Gang. Create an alt account and subscribe to it as well.
Yeah. But I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.